Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma friends, in the beginning, I will give some informations, and always remember, just keep it as just guidelines or as informations. And you no need to be bound to any kind of technique. So you have to keep the freedom inside you while you practice this meditation. Only thing is, just doing the technique doesn't work. You have to develop the awareness, moment by moment awareness. So that is the important thing. So getting to that awareness, we use certain techniques. So when it comes to that, as our primary mental object, we get our inhalation, exhalation. So in front of our nose and our upper lip area, we bring the attention and keep it there and allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen naturally. And follow when the inhalation happen, recognize this is inhalation. When the exhalation happen, recognize this is exhalation. And when the mind little by little settle down with that, because otherwise from beginning to end, if you keep following just the inhalation, exhalation, it doesn't make any sense. So when the mind settle down, bring little bit more attention and observe the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Observe entire breath body. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, and this is the end. And then from there, when the mind become more calm and relaxed and familiar with that, and again observe the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation. Some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft. So like that. Always be in the moment. So with whatever the experience that you go with inhalation, exhalation. And if your mind go here and there, you no need to worry about it. Just it's okay, but bring it back. And at the same time, be aware about the posture in the beginning. In this meditation, we need the proper posture. So otherwise, sometimes it bring your laziness, sleepiness, that things can disturb you when your posture is not correct. So other than that, our main purpose is not practicing the posture, but it is necessary. It is necessary, and you have to be aware about that also. But our main purpose is recognizing the inhalation, exhalation clearly. So when you able to settle down with the inhalation, exhalation, your body, your breathing, your mind, thoughts start to settle down as one. And then you're not going to get disturbed from this outside. So the perceptions going to become very, very clear. And at that very moment, you able to maintain your awareness with whatever the perception. And anymore, your deeper habits not going to, mental formations not going to become like a wild animal going here and there. So that is the very nature of the tranquility state. So you decide, your consciousness decide where it should be. And once it comes to that level, from there, we observe the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation, and through that, we go to the sensation, feelings, and observe the 5 aggregates. In the Vipassana level, remember that there are a lot of people say, we practice Vipassana, we practice Vipassana. And then when it comes to what is Vipassana mean, and they have no idea what it is. So when it comes to Vipassana, the very meaning of the Vipassana is deeply, thoroughly observe. About what? About your perceptions. So when it comes to that, we get one perception and we go with it, with our inhalation, exhalation, feeling, and we go with it. So, and there are four ways that you can get into the deeper analytical experience. So what are those four ways? One is contemplating the thoughts, chitta anupassana, and contemplating the body, kaya anupassana, contemplating the pain or the sensation, and the contemplating the Dhamma or the very nature. So kaya anupassana, vedana anupassana, chitta anupassana, Dhamma anupassana. So here contemplating means not think over. So when there are certain dictionaries that explain about this, the very nature is the reason. When it come to Buddha's language, the Pali language and the Sanskrit language, most of the Eastern, this cultural, this religious languages, there was no religion kind of like the organized religion word called ism, Buddhism, Hinduism. There was not this ism. These Abrahamic religions introduced this ism. And also when the British and conquer the most eastern countries, and they found this teaching, and they didn't have any language to understand this. So mostly the British, when that they introduce certain language, the words according to whatever the language they use. So that's why this contemplating, actually when it comes to contemplating, this kind of like this in day-to-day life, proliferation, this we always keep thinking, talking to ourselves. So contemplating, when you go to the deeper looking for meaning, sometimes that you see it is giving a very familiar meaning and giving a connection to kind of like contemplating is to have a relationship with the proliferation. So you think over that, it's kind of like a different way. Samadhi is totally different. So then when you read Vipassana meditation, contemplating the body, that means you start to think about the body. Contemplating the mind, you start to think about thoughts. So then that is what you keep doing in day-to-day life ordinary. So, but here contemplating means you not think over. It's nothing to do with thinking, but you use the mind to analyze. So that is what you have to very clearly understand, because if you don't understand what you're doing, then maybe you get wrong result. So that's why that contemplating the body means not think about the body, not go with the body, but you observe, recognize. And when you contemplate that, remember that to think, you go with the face value, you go with the whatever the outside environment. So as example, we observe in tranquility state breathing. In the beginning, inhalation, exhalation, a very shallow level of understanding. The beginning, the middle, and end. Becoming long, short, heavy, soft. This is a very base level of understanding. So for that you need the thoughts. But when it go to Vipassana, you don't carry the thought backpack. You have to drop that. You have to completely be free and observe and experience in that very moment the whatever the feelings arise, followed by the inhalation, exhalation, nothing else. You have to observe the feelings followed by the happening by the guided by the inhalation, exhalation. So in that very moment you recognize the cause and effect, causality, because you see inhalation happen, it happened naturally. And when the inhalation happens, the feelings arise, that feelings change. And the exhalation happens, and according to that exhalation, the feelings arise, it's change. So that very basic level of simple truth you recognize. So in the Vipassana level, it is very simple truth. It's a very close to, it is too close to you. That's why sometimes it is very difficult to see. It's like see that we cannot see this virus. It's very, very tiny thing. It is there something, but we cannot see. Then we have to cover everything to protect them. So the Vipassana also kind of like the truth is very close to you. It is not far away. To see that, that's why you have to get out of the unnecessary thoughts and become clear. So then get into that feelings and try to get into the feelings. So when you have tranquility state of mind, very easy to recognize the feelings. So with that, when the inhalation happen, follow the feelings and see how the feelings change. See that what you experience as feeling and what is the behavior of the feelings and what is this feeling. And once you explain what is happening to it, so just observe, analyze yourself. That itself giving kind of like a logical, developing a logical, theoretical mind inside you. When it comes to experience, you don't take it itself. You start to investigate. That is very needed. That is the beauty of the Buddha's teaching. Buddha never teach anything, never told to anybody just to believe or just to accept. It always gave to them to analyze and see and recognize. So then yourself, you go with the breathing, you have the complete trust and you have complete responsibility and you need the complete awareness. So those are the things as tools you have to have. The complete trust yourself, because it is inhalation, exhalation. There is no doubt now. So then the half of the mind going to become more peaceful, because in day-to-day life, as example, if you start to look in front of the candlelight, then it is outside exists. And then little by little, that sometimes the doubt arises when you go with it. And the fear arises anytime this can fall down and maybe it's going to blow out. So like that. But when it comes to inhalation, exhalation, not like that. You completely become comfortable with it. And it is related to you and not related to anybody else. And then only thing is bring complete awareness, stay with the feeling and followed by the feeling, see how the sensation arise, how the thought arise, and according to that, how the total experience come to you as inhalation. So in the Vipassana level, you observe these 5 aggregates and go with it again and again, again and again. You keep continue and go with it little by little, little by little. In the first level, try to settle down your mind in the surface level and then try to go deeper, deeper, deeper. So duration and depth, increase that. When you increase the duration, or don't just go like that skip board like on the surface level of the. So you become, when the Vipassana level, you become like a submarine. You increase the duration and at the same time you have ability to go deeper, 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 deeper. So like that, in the surface level, you recognize in the beginning the feelings, how the feelings change, and then little by little, try to go deeper with your experience. So your right palm on your left and neck it straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. And bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times. You can say, Shopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also, think for a moment. This is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So step by step, relax your body, relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes, relax your ears, relax your nose, relax your tongue, relax your upper lip, relax your lower lip, relax your chin, relax your whole face muscles, relax your teeth, relax your tongue, relax your mouth, relax your throat, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, relax your all abdominal organs, relax your buttock, relax your thigh, relax your knee, relax your calf muscles, relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relaxed your face muscles. And focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation in front of your nose and your upper lip area. and allow your inhalation exhalation to happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. And some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft. Just see the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation, the character, and accept it. Let it be like that. Just focus to the feelings, followed by the inhalation, exhalation, and see what you can experience. Bring my attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire this compound, this village, this city, this state, this country, this world, and around this universe. Also, as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding ourselves like this. So, with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion, beginning from your heart, forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to this practice, the very important thing we have to remember, the mind itself as an entity is empty. So then you have a good opportunity to shape it, make it happen the way you want. So that's why you have the total responsibility regarding it. So Buddha is the one who gave that wisdom, and Buddha is the one who gave that freedom yourself. So that's why you become your own master. And always you have to remember, the mind or the life or whatever the experience or the events never happening as a result of something solid. It always, it's always like water. So you can say clean water, but the water naturally is not clean or dirty. If it is naturally as an entity, if it is clean, it cannot become dirty. And the water, if it is naturally, if it is dirty, it cannot become clean. So as you know, nowadays, that they purify even this toilet water, and it is drinkable. And whatever the dirty water, there are machines now, they can purify. How it come like that? Because according to the necessary conditions and environment, things change. So that's why in a deeper level, we cannot get into kind of like a concept, or we cannot get into an idea, or it is like this is like this. So the same thing with our body also. As you know, this more than 70%, this our body related with the water, the same nature. That's why you cannot tell, yesterday I was like this, and because of that, today I going to become like this, and tomorrow going to become like this. No. That whatever happened yesterday, it happened according to necessary conditions in that environment. And in this very moment, that you are like this because according to the very necessary conditions in this very moment. And also the very nature of the conditions, it always change. So even in the future also the same. So once you recognize this, what is happening, your mind start to come out of this solid experience of becoming nature. But in conventional life, and sometimes we cannot we cannot get into that. We always like, we have a habit to settle down. We have a habit to settle down physically, materially, psychologically. We always looking to settle down. But even in the vipassana level also, in the vipassana understanding, remember there is no moment to settle down. In samadhi, there are places that consciously they settle down. But that is why that the samadhi is not help to get out of the samsara. It may be you can stay a longer period of time and in that mental state, but it never going to take you out of the samsara. So to take you out of the samsara, you have to understand this, the mechanism of the change. But our very nature, we always like to settle down. So when it comes to this, the mind, how we can, why we cannot see this truth in day-to-day life, why we cannot see this nature, why we cannot just see and moment by moment, why we cannot continue. So the very nature is this, the pattern is when it comes to feelings, that we are bound to feelings. And the perception and the perception has a connection with the feelings, and as you know, contacts, and then out of the contacts that the feelings arise in with that feelings, with eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and related with that consciousness arise. Perception, and with the contact with the eye consciousness arise. These all three things happen at once. So right away what is happening, the feelings come. And with the feelings, what happening, when the feelings related with the mental formation or the thoughts, then the mood arise. With the feelings, always the mood arise. It can be happy, sad, or unhappy, or neutral. So when the mood keep continue again and again and again and again, that is become kind of like a character, life pattern. Feeling, mood, character. So that's our life. So if you have a kind of like a mood, whatever the feeling, you caught up with that feelings and you go with that, and after a few days you get into that mood, then other people say, oh, he's like this, she's like this. Oh, now it become your character. And how the moods become powerful with the mental formations, which we call sanskara. That means thoughts related with your past. So then, when it comes to this, we are, after it become character, then it become the self, it become the ego, anything can come out of any form. So our challenge is, when the feelings arise, just get into that. Rather than allowing mental formations to interfere with the feelings, can you get into the feelings? Then you done. That is, so then why we cannot? When the feelings arise, as example, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, when the feelings arise, because perceptions and so contacts happening, in that right away feelings arise. To feelings, you no need mental formations. It itself arise. So when the feelings arise right away, if you able to access to that feelings, before mental formations or before your history or the past, access to your feeling, if you able to access to feelings, you done. So in the vipassana level, that is what we do. That is what trying to to get into a level. So example is like this. So before we go to example, why we cannot get into that kind of way, direct perception. why the this mental formations go. Listen this very carefully. Okay, be very clear. When the perceptions happen, when the contacts happen, feelings arise. If you able to right away access to that feelings, mental formations cannot go there, and then mood not going to happen. So when the mood cannot happen, there is no character build. So why your mind cannot have the direct perception with the feelings? Because distraction. So what is the distraction? How the distraction happen? It happened because of the habit of the mind. So when you practice meditation means you drop that habit. Little by little, knowingly you can bring it down. So as example, it like this. So I count to 5 to 1. When I say 1, just go and just think about the feelings that you have with the chair or the cushion. And just see what kind of feelings arise, what kind of feelings there. 5, 4, you don't need to think now. I just still 4, just so you can do whatever. But when I say 1, you have to go there. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Just think. That's it. See, when you are able to directly go there, you can see. The thoughts happen like that. Thoughts keep coming, one by one. It's with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Cope the thoughts like a river. But if you able to suddenly access to one thought or the one perception, in that very moment you're going to recognize what it is and what is that nature. But the thing is, when the thoughts happen, perception happen, thoughts happen, and we have a habit to go with it. That is what you have to break down. So when you able to get into directly to the feelings, then in between that there's nothing. But the thing is this: we train to think, we train to add more thoughts, we train to that from our culture, tradition, the believing system, so schooling, this everything allow us to think. So then what is happening? When a feeling arises, out of that feeling we think. And when the way you think, it build up a pattern and then it become a habit. So if you don't think, there's no way the habit going to happen. But out of the thinking, then what is happening? All the anger, expectations, hatred, jealousy, fear, hope, this everything arise when you think. In this very moment, if you react to whatever the feelings in that right away without thinking, in between that there is no anger, hatred, jealousy, so that kind of things. Always greed or the hatred or the delusion, we take all the negative thoughts to three categories: greed, hatred, and the delusion. This all come out of related with the thoughts related with the past. So then the feelings arise, and right away if you able to access to that feelings without allowing your mental formations to go and deal with it, and then in that very moment you purify, you clean. So as example, it like this. So now I keep talking and I feel like this lips, my mouth dry. I want to drink water. So that is the feelings I got. So then I have the water and I'm going to drink the water. And before I drink, so remember the first thing, I want to drink the water because my mouth dry and I know I want to drink water. Make it very simple. Don't make it very complicated. Very simple. Drink water. That's it. And then I go into drink and then I look. When it make, from where it come. And then maybe how all this. So then I start to think. See, the water in our countries, we used to drink it free, but here we have to buy. So then I think, then maybe this was for a long time it on the market. Maybe it already not good to drink, and maybe why these people cannot give it free. And see, people cut trees and then the water going to become disappear from the planet. Then what will happen to us? The life going to disappear. And these people don't think about the nature, and because of this the global warming happening. And also, why they cannot give it free? Trump can do that, give the water free. And why the Black Lives Matters cannot have a protest thinking that this water should give free? Maybe the Joe Biden can do that. Maybe we have to go with it. Or maybe Trump will do that because he's a businessman. He maybe we can give the water free, and very that sparkling water, maybe not just the simple water. Maybe he will do that. It's a good idea. So see what happened. That is our life. That is what happened. But if see, then my purpose is just I have dry mouth, just drink water. If I do that, what happened to that all the anger, hatred, jealousy, ignorance, that the misunderstanding? What happened to that all the thoughts? That because the very nature of the mind, the habit, if you keep repeating, it's going to become strong. So this is what I did. Rather than drinking water, that is what I did. I repeat my thoughts. And that way what happened, that all the thoughts became stronger. It doesn't matter million years or the many eons sansaric journey I carried in that very moment. I have the greed, hatred, though the anger, jealousy. So in that very moment, without thinking like that, if I just drink the water, in that very moment, that all the sansaric journey, that habitual pattern cut down. That is what the sati mainly does. That is what when it comes to vipassana, when you come to the point, you just go into that. In the samadhi level, that is the power that you gain without getting disturbed from your own thoughts. You directly access to the feelings. See how, how simple it is our nature. But the thing is, we addicted to do things. We are addicted to do things, and then when you repeat it again and again and again, what is happening? It becomes stronger, powerful. And then when the habit becomes powerful, rather than your awareness, your mental formation becomes stronger. When the feelings arise, what is happening? Before your awareness access to that, your feelings go. Why? Because it is stronger. How it became stronger? Because you repeat it. So then what you have to do? You have to not to feed to your habit. If you don't feed your habit, it's not going to become strong. How you can not to feed your habit? Don't repeat it. It's like the cell phone. To work, you have to charge. So don't charge. It doesn't work. So the charging is the power, is our ego, our character, our believing that our needs and our hopes, this all bring the charging our habits. So then yourself, if you don't charge it, and whatever the feelings, right away, if you're able to access to that, you recognize it. That recognition will show you the feelings moment by moment change. And then you not get into mood. When there is no mood, no character. Always you become completely new person. And always you are in the moment and recognizing, and that recognition will help you to understand how things come to be as they are. Why? Because you have the direct perception. Without disturbing or without getting access this mental formations related with the past. So that way you understand how things change moment by moment. Once you know that, and you even the method become more clear for you, and the desires little by little disappear, the becoming nature going to slow down. And that way, again and again, in between the feeling and the awareness, the thinking part going to release. So then there is a question come, how without thinking we can work? See, that mind, that much we are brainwashed in our life. Without thinking, we cannot work. Look at the life. Look at the world. How people, how much think. Even now they go to this artificial intelligence, AI, algorithm, and they are more better than us sometimes. They are more better than the brain sometimes. But still look, just thinking, creating pattern doesn't mean you can access the truth. You can get the pattern, that is it. The mind the same. Thinking doesn't mean you can access to the truth. It is completely different. You can create a pattern. You can create a habit. That's why we are very that easily get into habits, human beings. Very easily get into habits. So the thinking the same. And people can train you very easily to get into patterns, think. But the Buddha went completely opposite way. Release you from patterns, release you from patterns. Most of the teachers try to push you to a pattern. So that is the difference when it comes to this Buddha's teaching and the other teachings. So then yourself, remember, getting out of this pattern and releasing your mind, make it completely free, is the moment you're going to clearly experience the power of human mind. And you can do it. How? Try. When something come to your mind without thinking, directly access. And with the simple things, start your life. With that, when there are certain things that you have to do, at least Just think, when you eat, just eat. Why you need the kind of like a, that the mastermind to eat? It's nothing. Just try yourself. When you go to sleep, do you need, you no need to read manual and books how to sleep? Why you do that? Why you go and start to think? When you go to bathroom, sit on your toilet, can you at least do that without thinking? Try. No, when you go and sit and then you start to think whole the universe is here like a roller coaster. It's going. Just think yourself. Why you cannot go to bathroom yourself and even do that just without thinking? That's a very simple thing. When you do, as I mentioned, when you feel to drink water, why you cannot drink? Just drink. So like that, access to your day-to-day activities, that itself going to become meditation. So try it, and then you will see, and you slow down the habitual patterns, and then in that very moment, you access your awareness again and again, again and again, and right away feeling, you recognize the feeling, and then you, once you see the feelings, and then you see how the feelings change. Once you know the how, once you know how the feelings change, you done. You not become crazy. Why? Because you're not going to get into moods. Once you can not going to get into moods, you get out of the character and you feel more comfortable, relaxed and free. And sometimes more than you, other people start to feel free. Why? Because your mood can hurt others. So with that, I'm going to end today. So with this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of liberation or Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammam asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pramunchatu. Bless you.